They're all getting paid exactly 0. Ah, you think that. But, I mean, what if? What if I did something like this? Boom! Now Daywatch is clearly the favorite, which absolutely isn't, because that's when the sun's out. I dislike the sun greatly. But Duskwatch, there we are. Duskwatch are the chosen. Duskwatch even get more time when they wake up in the morning, just to, you know, wake up properly. Bloody Dawnwatch, though. No one likes Dawnwatch. Realistically, though, let's not be scallywags right off the bat. This isn't meant to be a Dark Aavak run. Not yet, anyway. Okay. I think that's right. No, not quite. We'll leave it like that for now. This really is a dystopia. I mean, it really could be. I'm trying not to make it a dystopia yet, though. At the very least. It's not my aim. Not yet. Right, let's get a little bit more work done if we can, please and thank you. And whilst you're doing that, if, at the very least... At this point, I only actually need 1 outhouse. Let's get this built as something of a high priority for me. Having 3 just gives us redundancy. I could just get that dug, and then that dug. Dark Aavak run, maybe. It might be. I might accidentally have made it one. Right, furniture. We need to set up the proper bunk area. We're going to need to continue taking this down. Ultimately, we need to get research going rather sharpish at that. So, how about I set up a little power, a wee battery. We can live right there, followed by a research job right there, and then hook them all up straight away. Boom! There we go. There we go. You only need to wash your hands in one direction. Pip, what did you just plant? You planted mealwood. Well done, Pip. That isn't actually necessary, but, you know, get it done. Aavak, I found a mod that allows the tubes to queue up at the sinks, because that just makes sense to me. That does make a lot of sense. I won't use it because I've got a method that kind of bypasses the need for it, but that's a really, really cool mod. That's, do mention it in chat for those who are curious. Katsuhiroriko. I hope I got your name right. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. You only have one to use, and you decided to use it on me. That's very, very kind of you. I am very thankful indeed. Did I forget to assign the other 2 watches? Oh, balls. I did. I did. Alacramps, the Force. There we go. And you know what? Because I do feel bad about forgetting that. Fine. We are making it a dystopia. Daywatch, no one likes you because it's the sun. No, it's not. We like you, the Force. It's just you're taking one for the team by working on Daywatch. Dawnwatch, at least you've got the failing light of the not yet full sun. You are almost blessed. Duskwatch, though, well, they get to be up once the sun has died that day, before it gets born the next morning. Well done, Duskwatch. Dystopia achieved. Nightbot's sub ran out. I see. Oak, thank you very much for gifting a sub there. That's very kind of you. 13 gift subs, my goodness. RimWorld can be strange sometimes, yes. Indeed it can. Right. I would well... I'd like this to be a 7. I would like people to be doing work reasonably often. Chomp. What else do we want to hit? I mean, realistically, I need to get some food up soon as well. So many little things I need to do. Right. We want to continue on down. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Floor 1, 2, 3, 4. So down here. Whoop. Floor there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I dig it all the way down into the water? I don't necessarily see a reason not to. But for the time being, we will avoid it. That is the floor there, I believe. So 1, 2, floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, floor. Yeah. So we'll cancel that one as well, just so I'm aware. Alternatively, I could leave a floor in the middle, but no, we won't be doing that. There we go. 2, dunk. Now, we've got loads of hot sand there, loads of hot oxygen, breathable, but only barely, at 70 degrees C. I'm not sure I would necessarily want to be breathing that all the time. I mean, it's okay when you're in a sauna. Especially if it's a dry sauna, then wonderful 80, 85 C is quite pleasant for 20 minutes. But, you know, if it's moist, which one can only assume this area definitely is, high humidity in the air here, you would not want that anywhere close to 70. Otherwise, it would feel like you were breathing hot soup. Hey, Aavak, what happened to the last colony? A vote happened to the last colony. That's basically the long and short of it. A vote. Could we get these built as something of a priority, though, guys? Beanie, thank you very much for the resub there. 5 months in a row. Hello, Aavak and Chad. I hope everyone is well. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm certainly doing good. I'm certainly doing good, in large part to how wonderful and dapper chat is being, actually, as it happens. I wouldn't mind connecting up to these, but it's going to require a little bit of a floor. Bob. There we go. Right, research-wise, we want to get to insulated tile as soon as we can, but there are a few things that come before it. Namely, I want to get a mess table because getting a great hole is a humongous benefit. Just somewhere for them to properly eat is good. For a lot of reasons, actually. One of them is simply control. I mean, getting them a place which gives them high morale, yeah, that's nice. But getting a place where you can control where they eat, that's more important. After that, we may grab the water cooler just to make it a great hole, because, you know, that's a lot of morale. But realistically, it's this down here. Getting to insulated tile is stupendously important for us. A pain, truly it is, but there we are. Which means, oh, actually, we are going to need to get the water cooler to get the supercomputer so we can get insulated tile. So I guess all things said and done, that's going to work out well. I would like that to be a 7, please. This can be activated when this is at 20%. I guess... Have we got algae here? It doesn't look like we do. Okay, so we're relying on oxyferns for the time being. Rough, but alright. That's a thing that it is. Alright. I would like it if we could just drill all the way through here. Gain access to this area where we can. Aavak, put in beauty before function again. Look, okay. Beauty is function, I'll have you know. My brain is significantly more functional in an environment that has a certain aesthetic quality. That is all. We're going to want to burrow across there to gain access to this area. But we really do need some rooms, rather sharpish. And where would I want to put the rooms? I guess I could put them over here. That seems like a nice spot to start with. So let's decide what we're doing with this. How much room will we need? A door can go there. Yoink. So furniture-wise... Now, if I want to... The thing with the bunks is we've got 3 bunks. As far as I'm aware, a nice plastic bed is that a 3x3 structure or a 3x2 structure? Does anyone know? Also, Annie, looking at your oh, it's a 3x4. Okay, 3x4? 3 tall. I'm taking it. 3x4 though. As long as a 4 wide, yeah. Whew, okay, well that still works. That still functions. I can still make the bunk houses, and then later upgrade them to private apartments, while still having the right dimensions. But what I was going to say is, Annie, I see your name, and it springs to my mind that you played Eco a lot, didn't you? Because I've recently been playing it again. Have you played it recently? Gen 15, thank you very much for the almost 3 years, 33 months. 2 tall, not 3. You can fit a painting above... Oh, okay, that's actually even better. So, if it's 2x4, then this is a single swanky bed. It means that the bunk rooms aren't going to be as beautiful as I usually make them, but it'll definitely work. Oh, why does that? Okay, that's not too bad. Actually, that is really not too bad. That's only 32 tiles, and someone said that as long as you've got a single bed in a room that is less than 64, that it's okay. That you'll still get the morale boost for it being what it is. Space, dunk, dunk. Okay, this is going to be our apartment for now. We need a toilet on the far side, and we want a sink right there. There we are. Now I want this built as a reasonable priority, then dug out as a slightly lower priority. And that'll be all we need. Having extra is good. Having extra apartments already prepped and good to go is always good, simply because it means that there'll be spare toilets ready to use. So let's prep this. Furniture. The bunk isn't going to be as pretty as I usually make, because I usually have spaces between the beds for things like, well, initially some oxygen production, but later on decorations, as well as the all of the room above them, so it becomes very, very high decor. But later on, when we change this out to be an apartment, it will be much, much nicer. Stream on my birthday, and I get to be one of the dupes. Indeed you do, Shelley. Also, happy birthday. Wayners, thank you very much for the 2nd month of Prime. 2nd month, best month. Love your work, Aavak. Glad I could catch you live. 2nd month, best month. Indeed. Indeed it is. We may as well take this all the way up, actually, thinking about it. And then tonk across. Oh, you can't get through the granite yet, but that may change shortly. As for heat, it's probably getting warm. It is probably getting warm. And all of that hot granite is not going to be doing us any favors. Maybe what I could do is pop down a little storage bin. Down here, perhaps, in the water. Because this water is relatively cool. Or maybe across there, even. We'll see. Anyway, let's have a quick look. We should be on to the second one shortly. Goose, thank you very much for the 29 months. I'm actually here and able to stick around this time. Woo! It only took 21 months. Well, 21 month streak, but, 29 months in total. And Joker Wolf, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome to the Dapperlings. If this is your first time here, well, I mean, I would like to say, you can be relaxed and expect to see top tier gameplay, but really, that would be a lie. You can, at the very least, know that you're going to be watching very pretty gameplay. I'm going to do my best to make a very, very, very nice to look at colony. Functional, though, I mean, probably not. That being said, I do have a reasonable handle on the mechanics, at least in the early game. Not that this would really give you that impression, I suppose. Still. Right, research complete. Very, very good. Compost planter box or ration box. I am going to need to put that composter somewhere. Probably down here, honestly, next to an oxygen and dealio. But we don't have any algae on the map, which is going to make things rather difficult. Can we get over there? I probably can. They probably can actually get down there. And I do want to set this to be a harvestable. Right now, food is of a reasonably high priority. Actually, if I just set these things... In fact, I think all of those are mealwood. If I set the excellent fruit to be harvested, then that should take care of it. All those can be harvested too. Get that harvested, that. I'm not going to worry about the arbor trees just yet. Those are not a high priority for me yet. Eventually they will be, but for the time being, not so much. Right, let's have a look. Got new printables are available. An arbor acorn, we don't need it. We've already got arbor trees, so we don't need to have a look at that one. We have, however, got extra dupes. Do any of these dupes look good? Increased athletics is very nice. Grease monkey, diver's lungs, but is allergic to floral scent. I like using floral scent to boost people's morale, so I tend to avoid anyone with allergies, but you would have been a nice duplicant otherwise. Science, cuisine, husbandry, machine husbandry, agriculture. Oh, agriculture. Can't cook, but that's not awful. Can't do digging errands. Isn't awful either, honestly. And having a rancher who's fast does benefit in that they can move between the ranches as soon as they need to lullaby an egg. But we do have a gap in farming, and we do need to get some farms going. Also, operating is quite nice, so whilst they're not farming or tending to the animals, they can run some of the machinery. Does operating count for the grooming station? Because I know the grooming station does not count for husbandry, which is so disappointing. Basically, the only way that you can rise the husbandry skill is either they have high husbandry to start with, or having them lullaby eggs. That's the only way that their husbandry goes up. But I think the grooming station, and certainly the shearing station, is machinery rather than is operating rather than ranching. Okay, it looks like we're going to go with May. Of course, their real name is not May. Their real name is, in fact, Robert Owen Burke. We'll carve that down, I think. Oh, well, I don't know. We could just take it all the way down to Robert, but then we've got the Force, so Robert Owen Burke, no, your whole name can be there. There's nothing May can't do if she sets her mind to. Yeah, it takes a long time. A very long time to level up singing. Level up ranching by singing, unfortunately. The fact that you can't cook is not a particular issue right now. We're going to be largely surviving off mealwood until we get the ranches up and running. And then we only need one person to take care of things like that. So, yeah, okay. Welcome to the colony. You might not live here very long because we haven't got much in the way of food. Let's get your schedule set up first. Sorry, your priorities first. The default are already taken care of, but I mean, what do I most want you taken care of? Ranching and farming, and then operating as a secondary, I would say. Of this, I would say ranching is a higher priority than farming. I guess the only real way that I could get you to do operating above everything else is to drop everything else down. I'm not entirely keen on that, I'm going to be honest. Not going to lie. That being said, maybe that is something I should do. I'm not sure what the meta on managing priorities is, but I could lower every other priority by one. And then lower storing by even more. Make storing the lowest of all priorities, and then everything else just a slightly lower priority. I don't know. Hey, Leafin, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, that's true. I actually do have a much better rancher. That is a very good point. Very, very good point. Very good point. Yeah. The Force is much better at ranching. Don't worry, the Force. Robert Owen Burke is not going to be stealing your job. Not on my watch. Also, let's go ahead and pop in some spaces. Now, you see, I'm not sure how to pass this. Is it Robert Owen Burke, 3 names, or is it like Robert Owen Burke, a double-barreled surname, or is it Robert Owen Burke, double-barreled forename? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it would help. No, we have updated it. It just seems that screen hasn't updated. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's fine. As for a schedule, I mean, you're primarily a farmer, so you're gonna have to get up with the crows. Now, Robert, I would like you to be good at farming. Let's get that going for you straight away, straight out of the gate. Let's get you a hat. Oh, actually, I didn't give you a hat, did I? Let's get you a hat. There you are. That does not look pleasant at all. Lasered in your brain. Alright. I mean, the oxygen levels are pretty naff right now, I'm going to be honest. We have not got enough ferns in our O2 areas. Bad news bears, frankly, on that one. But we'll get there eventually, I think, maybe. Right. Let's get this place set up. There we go. Also, I'd kind of like these ladders built at a 6 as well. There we are. These ones too. Generally, I want building jobs done reasonably high priority. Also, it doesn't actually bother me having the schedule set up like that. Simply because having the default schedule with the alarm on means that I always know when oh, well, actually, it'll only be based on that schedule, won't it? So I'd have to line it up to all of the different spots. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. I was going to say I could just have one existing there just purely to give me an alarm when stuff changes, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. How about we get that excellent fruit put away, eh? I think that's a good plan. Yep. Let's get it all put away. Right, research complete. Electric grill, mess table. Oh, fantastic news. Right, okay. We can move the ration box now as well, which is a good move. We need a supercomputer, please. And thank you. Up next. Right, let's relocate the ration box down here into sweet, sweet CO2. Is this all CO2? Yes, it is. Good, good, good. Let's get that relocated. As something of a high priority, I'm not going to change the default build priority, though. Get that done right now, please. Also, for now, sure, that can be all. Then we're going to copy the settings down. There we go. And then this one can be deconstructed. There we go. Okay. Things are going reasonably well. There we are. Nutrient bars are on the move. Good, good, good. Oh, that's fantastic, Robert. Robert is taking care of all of the hauling tasks. I approve. Hello, Pips. You are integral to my plans, eventually. Doc Magoo, thank you very much for the Prime sub there. 4 months, thank you so much for the support. Just stopping in to re-up the old Prime sub. Keep up the dapper, Aavak. I will endeavour to do so. Thank you so much for dropping by. And thank you for redeeming a naming game, Jin. Great to catch an Aavak stream. Love your content. Keeps me sane during these difficult times. Hope you're keeping well and safe. I am. Thank you so much for asking, Tom. How about yourself? Hope you're doing okay, buddy. Yeah, I've not seen any algae yet, nor have I seen a slime biome in which to get algae. So, yeah, oxygen is it's going to be a tricky one. It's going to come down to oxyferns. But the problem is, with oxyferns, if I'm having to domesticate the oxyferns, oh, that's going to be rough, because that's going to drink through my very limited water supply rather quickly. Floor 1, 2, 3, 4. Floor 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of feel, though, that we're going to have to do it. I'm going to have to pop down some planter boxes and get some oxyferns down here. And peeps are just going to have to take care of watering them. We will burn through our water supplies quickly. But if you're not cooking with water, there's not actually a lot of things you need it for, so, you know, it's not too bad. Water cooler is set up. Good, good, good. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. We need to get a mess hole up soon. Pips are busy planting. I mean, if they're happy enough to just keep planting various things all over this place, then I'm completely happy with them doing it. I'm not going to replace floors on areas unless I need to. And we are almost certainly going to try and set up a wild arbitrary farm somewhere. Ethanol is probably going to be something that we're trying to farm, amongst other things. There we go, got a lot of digging going on over there. Good, good, good. Sorry, Robert. I mean, you know, it's not our fault. You did choose to sleep underneath a shine bug. Well, that's kind of on you, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm making it a priority to go down rather than up at the moment. Is because ultimately, I will find that sweet, sweet icy biome that is hiding from us down below. Might as well dig over here eventually and connect up to this area. Don't necessarily want to uproot the oxygen just yet, mind you. That's an eventual job, that one. We don't need to worry about it just yet. This one is the same. Eventual job. Don't need to uproot. Over here, though, this is where we're going to be having our mess hall, I'm thinking. Either that or our 4th barrack? No, I'm thinking mess hall. But this is very much going to be a low priority job. I don't want this built over other things. And the way we're going to set up our mess hall, again, it's going to be for the future, not for the immediate. I'd like some sort of nice decoration there. This will be a great hall just for... How big can great halls be? A great hall can be a maximum 120 tiles. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. So we need to work out how much room... There we go. That will give us our 12. Easy way to measure it. Okay. That's, yeah, everything fits in there. If we extend it out even more, yeah, it still fits in. Yeah, okay. So we can have a great hall this big. We have space for some niceties around here. We can scooch these tables in closer if we really want to. I can even make it bigger to afford for larger constructs. But I'm thinking maybe a water cooler in the middle, and then some nice 2x3 decorations around here after a while.